Hi guys, so this week we will see a number of by-elections and it will be a real test for Rishi Sunak. Now there's been talk of a leadership challenge if all the seats are lost. The most high profile one of course is Boris Johnson's old seat of Uxbridge. Now the former Prime Minister held it last time with a majority of just 7,200. The Tories are saying they believe they still have a chance of winning it, but polling says the opposite. Now the Conservatives are pinning their hopes on the anti-ULEZ vote, pushing them over the line, but there are a few problems with that. Tory MP Robert Halfon tried to put on a brave face for Kay Burley.
Is all of this good news going to help you with these by-elections this week, or are you going to get absolutely trounced?
Well, we're working really hard at the by-elections. I've been myself to Uxbridge, I've been to Selsby.
You're going to lose Uxbridge, aren't you?
Well, actually, if you look at the ULEZ, for example, incredibly unpopular. It's affecting my own constituents in Harlow that are having
to... Just to explain, it's ultra-low emissions zone that the Mayor of London has put in place.
A disastrous policy that's hitting working people, white van men and women, who are just trying to do their jobs, and that's incredibly unpopular in Uxbridge. I very much hope so.
You're not going to win, though, are you?
Well, actually, I very much hope so. There's a lot of support out there, but who knows?
Selby?
I've been to Selby. There's a lot of Conservative support.
You've been everywhere, haven't you?
Well,
have you been to Somerton and Frome as well?
That's the only one I haven't been to.
OK, there's still time.
I've been to Bedfordshire, I've been to Uxbridge and I've been to Selby, and there's a lot of Conservative support out there. Of course, times are difficult, challenges with the cost of living, but nevertheless, you know, I'm hopeful.
What sort of impact will it have on the party if you lose all three of them?
Well, let's wait and see. I mean, let's wait and see for the results before we do a post-mortem. We don't even know what's going to happen yet. You know, there's a lot of Conservative support out there. As I've mentioned, ULEZ is incredibly unpopular in places like Uxbridge, and there's a lot of Conservative support. Conservatives are working incredibly hard. We've got some brilliant candidates in those seats, so let's just wait and see.
I always find it funny when I hear Conservative MPs talking about the cost of living crisis when they're mainly responsible for it. Now, when it comes to the ULEZ vote or the anti-ULEZ vote, the Conservatives believe that, you know, this is our ticket to win, or they're hoping that it's their ticket to win. But there are a number of problems with that. First of all, it's a policy implemented by the Mayor of London. So holding on to this seat isn't going to make any difference. Also, it's a policy that I don't know if it's popular in Uxbridge. It seems to be popular in London. It's not popular with Conservatives. So maybe the Tories are hoping enough Conservatives with a small c come out and vote against it. But once again, having a Tory MP in Uxbridge won't change ULEZ. This is a policy from the Mayor of London. And also, they don't have an alternative. They haven't said, OK, what we're going to put in place instead of ULEZ. Because ULEZ is there to protect people's breathing, to protect the quality of air. But also another problem for the Tories is there are a number of anti-ULEZ candidates. There's a whole load of people running in Uxbridge, both on the left and on the right. And this, of course, is going to split the vote. Now, this could help the Conservatives in some way, but it could also hinder them. You can see here, according to Wikipedia, there are at least two anti-ULEZ, no ULEZ candidates, along with the Conservatives. There's also the Reclaim Party with Lawrence Fox, somewhat high profile. And of course, he's running on an anti-ULEZ ticket as well. There's Piers Corbyn from Let London Live. He's also anti-ULEZ. So there are a number of candidates who are anti-ULEZ along with the Conservatives. So they're going to split the vote. But its polling points to a victory for Labour. So the hope that the anti-ULEZ vote will get the Tories over the line is looking more and more doubtful. It's not impossible, but it's looking more and more doubtful because you also have others who are claiming to be anti-ULEZ. But once again, the Tories are offering no alternative, and this is a policy set by the Mayor of London. So having an MP isn't going to really make any difference. Let me know in the comment section, guys, what you think. As always, your comments are greatly appreciated. Thanks a lot.